Guys, we finally know what most of the Freddys will be in this year's Box of Fun for San Diego Comic-Con 2022. Today we're going to look at every single picture that we have seen so far and break down all of these new Freddy Funkos. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very big video. We're going to be taking a look at every single Freddy Funko that has been revealed so far for this year's Box of Fun. This year's Box of Fun that sold out this past Friday in less than 12 minutes. That's right, they actually sold out 25,000 boxes in less than 12 minutes, setting a Funko record for the most amount of Boxes of Fun that Funko has ever sold. If you guys don't know, if you're brand new to the Funko community, the Box of Fun is what Funko sells every single year that contains a majority of the brand new Freddys that are released for the year. There's also going to be a Fun Days event held in person at San Diego Comic-Con this year. That's going to be held next weekend, and there could be some more Freddys that are handed out or exclusively given to people at that event. We don't know what those Freddys could be, but in the meantime, we're going to take a look at all the amazing Freddys that are coming out that we know of so far. So, without further ado, let's jump into what we know. And guys, I want to give a quick, huge shout out to Funko Miwo over on Instagram. He has been very up to date, and he's actually been posting pictures of just about every single new Freddy Funko as soon as it hit the internet, and he even made this really cool list of all the Freddys that we know of, and I'll put that up on the screen so you guys can check it out. Make sure you guys are going over to Instagram and make sure you follow Funko Miwo for all your latest Funko news and updates. Alright, so the first Freddy Funko that we're going to be getting into happens to be one of my personal favorites and one of the ones I am most hyped about. As soon as I saw the pictures released for this one, I knew that we were in for a very special treat this year with Funko giving us all these amazing Freddys. And that is Freddy Funko as the Mandalorian. As a die-hard Star Wars fan, this is one that we definitely needed. And even though they just took the body of the Mandalorian, the first Mandalorian pop that we got, and they did a head swap, I still absolutely love it. This one is coming in at 4,000 pieces, and because it's the Mandalorian, I think this one is going to have a little bit of a higher price tag, and I could actually see this one carrying a price tag of over $200 for a while until the hype dies down. But then again, we're getting Mandalorian Season 3, so that hype could not die down, and he could be carrying a triple-digit price tag for the time being. Now, there has been several other Star Wars Freddys that we've gotten in the past. Way back in 2013, we got Freddy Funko as the 501st Clone Trooper, which was limited to only 96 pieces. Then we got Freddy Funko as Boba Fett in 2014, which was limited to only 196 pieces. In 2016, we got Freddy Funko as Kylo Ren. That one was limited to 400 pieces. In 2017, we got Freddy Funko as Poe Dameron, the X-Wing fighter pilot. That one was limited to only 200 pieces. And then in 2018 for San Diego Comic-Con, we got Freddy Funko as Yoda. That one is extremely popular, limited to only 450 pieces, a very difficult pop to find. And then we also have Freddy Funko as C-3PO. That was the most recent Star Wars Freddy Funko that was revealed, and that was limited to 525 pieces. This is the first time that Funko is dropping multiple Freddy Funko Star Wars characters in the same year. And now we're going to talk about the second Star Wars character that has been revealed, and this is a big one. This absolutely rocked the socks off the Funko community these last couple days, including myself. I am so hyped for this one. There's actually going to be two variants for this specific Freddy Funko, and we are getting Freddy Funko as Darth Maul. Darth Maul is one of the most popular characters all throughout Star Wars, and he is a very recognizable character all throughout pop culture. There's going to be a 4,000 piece version as well as a 2,000 piece version, which is glow in the dark. And I gotta say, guys, the glow on this bad boy looks absolutely incredible. I think the 4,000 piece is going to be somewhere around $100 to $150, while the 2,000 piece it's probably going to be $300 to $400. I could see it being that popular. I know a lot of Freddy collectors are going after it. I know a lot of Star Wars collectors are going after it. And I could see this one probably being the most expensive Freddy Funko moving into the next few months if we don't get any more reveals. Now, moving into the third and final Star Wars Freddy Funko, we are getting we are getting Freddy Funko as Han Solo. This is the, a more basic Freddy Funko. Obviously, they did the head swap on Han Solo's body here. This looks like the Han Solo from the Han Solo movie. He does have his signature blaster out to the side. All the Star Wars Freddys are bobbleheads, and they will come on the Star Wars bases, just in case you guys didn't know. That is a contractual agreement between Lucasfilm and Funko. And I could see this one probably trending around $60 to $80. It is Han Solo. He is a very popular Star Wars character. However, it is going to be 4,000 pieces. Now, the reason I'm putting some emphasis on the piece count, guys, if you guys saw my video from this past Monday, we actually broke down all of the current values for last year's Freddy Funkos. And if you did see that video, you probably noticed that a lot of those Freddys were limited to 1,000 and 2,000 pieces. This year, it's a completely different ballgame. We are getting a lot of very popular licensed characters. However, a lot of the Freddys are limited to 3,000 and 4,000 pieces. Pretty much double the amount that we got last year. And like I said, even though they're licensed characters, I still think they're going to be at very attainable prices for a majority of them. So if you didn't get a box of fun, don't freak out yet. Alright, the next pop that we have to talk about is Freddy Funko as Carnage. We're now going to move into the Marvel Freddys that have been revealed. Carnage, just like Darth Maul, has two variants. There's going to be a 4,000 piece as well as a 1,000 piece metallic Carnage Freddy Funko. Now, I think they did an absolute fantastic job with Freddy Funko as Carnage. Some of you guys may remember back in 2019, we actually got a 24-piece Freddy Funko as Venom. That pop has been extremely controversial over the past few years. However, Funko has now given 4,000 people the opportunity to own Freddy Funko as Carnage, which I think is absolutely fantastic. They did use the Carnage mold from the NYCC 2018 Carnage pop, as well as the Blacklight Carnage. Same exact mold. However, they did give Freddy nice black hair, as well as a red crown, which I really, really like. For the 1,000 piece metallic variant, I'm not in love with it, just because the pictures I've seen haven't been that good. However, I do think that 1,000 piece Carnage, because it is of the most limited Freddys we are going to get, probably looking at $200 to $250. And for the 4,000 piece, I could see this being around $60 to $75, just because Carnage is a very popular Marvel character. Moving into the next Marvel character, this is one that was overdue for several years, and I'm so excited that we are finally getting Freddy Funko as Spider-Man. And I'm even more in love with the actual molds that they chose to give Freddy Funko as Spider-Man. This is the one that they used for the Marvel 80-year line. He's jumping. He's actually in midair. Very nice dynamic pose. This completely suits Spider-Man as a character as a whole. This one is going to be limited to 4,000 pieces, and because it is Spider-Man, I could see this one easily having a $150 to $180 price tag, just because Spider-Man is very popular. We got Spider-Man No Way Home this past December. We know there's going to be more Spider-Man content on the way. Of course, we have Across the Spider-Verse coming at the end of the year or in the beginning of 2023. Spider-Man is just always a character that is beloved no matter what's going on in the pop culture community. And I myself am very thankful that Funko is dropping this. This one is going to be a big one. So the next and final Marvel Freddy Funko that we have to talk about, guys, is Freddy Funko as Thor. And once again, this will have two Freddy variants, and this is very appropriately timed as we just got Thor Love and Thunder in the theaters last weekend. We have not seen the movie yet, but we've heard a lot of good things from various viewers, and we're very excited to see the film at some point. I heard Natalie Portman did an excellent job, and now we are getting Thor in Freddy Funko form. And I think they did an absolutely great job with this one. They actually chose the comic book mold to use for this pop. I love the helmet. I love seeing Freddy wielding Mjolnir. He definitely is worthy, and we are getting a 4,000 piece version as well as a 1,000 piece metallic version, which I'm very excited for. Unlike Carnage, I think the metallic suits Thor very, very well. I could see the 1,000 piece easily being $150 to $200, as well as the 4,000 piece probably falling somewhere in the $60 to $80 range. Now guys, as we're going through and I'm giving my price predictions, take it with a grain of salt. We never know what's going to happen with the market. This is just my best estimate and best guess based on all the years prior of all the Freddys that have dropped, and keeping in mind that we are getting a lot more Freddy Funko pieces this year. So just don't freak out if you think that certain Freddys are going to be worth way more or way less. We don't know how the market's going to go. I know that several people did get a lot of boxes, and they're probably going to be slowly trickling those Freddys out into the market, which will of course keep the prices high. We just never know. But these are my best guess, and this is also what I think some of these Freddys should be worth anywhere from 3 to 6 months from now. After that, of course, as they disappear from the market, they could continue to rise in value if the demand continues to keep up. All right, let's move into the next one. The next one we have here is the only DC Freddy that we have gotten so far, and this is Freddy Funko as Batman. There are so many DC characters to choose from where they've really kind of exhausted themselves when it comes to Freddy Funko as Batman. There was a 200-piece Freddy Funko as Batman from San Diego Comic-Con 2012. There's been several 9-inch Freddy Funko as Batman pops. We've even gotten a Surf's Up Freddy Funko Batman. That was a 5,000-piece limited edition item from San Diego Comic-Con 2019. And more recently, we even have a Freddy Funko as Batman currently on the way from the most recent DC NFT drop. So in my opinion, they could have chosen another DC character. However, they decided to go with Batman, this time in the form of Robert Pattinson's Batman and that nice action pose. So I think that's pretty cool. A lot of the other Freddy Funko as Batman are in a nice static pose, so this time we're getting a little bit of a fighting pose. This one is going to be limited to 4,000 pieces because we have so many other desirable characters on the Freddy Funko list for this year. I don't see a lot of people going after this one right out of the gate. Also, there is a lot of other Freddy Funko as Batman pops already, so I think this one is going to fall somewhere in between $50 to $75. Definitely at the lower spectrum of what I think some of these are going to be worth. Moving into the next one, we have a groundbreaking Freddy Funko. We have arguably, I say arguably for a reason because I know a lot of people are going to correct me, but some people will agree with me, the first anime Freddy Funko. And the reason I say arguably is because we've been told multiple times that Avatar: The Last Airbender is not anime. It is animation. However, we are getting Aang in Freddy Funko form, and I will pull up the picture, of course, for you guys. I think they did a fantastic job on this pop. He is in his classic crouching Aang pose, and I love how they actually have the blue arrow on Freddy's face. I think they did a great job because this is a groundbreaking Freddy Funko. He is coming in at 4,000 pieces. I think this one will easily be $100 to $125, give or take a little bit here and there, depending on the amount of demand from the anime/animation community. Now moving into some Disney Freddy Funkos, we are getting Freddy Funko as Russell, very popular Disney character from the beloved Disney movie Up. This one is going to be 4,000 pieces once again. Like I said, Up is a very popular movie. They have not made a lot of Disney Freddy Funkos, believe it or not, so I think this one will be somewhere around $120 to $140 if I had to put my best estimate on it. A lot of the Up Pops are grails. People actively seek them out, and I think a lot of Disney collectors are very excited for this one in particular. Another one that I've actually surprisingly heard a lot of people are excited for is Freddy Funko as Tron. Now this one does have two variants that we know of, and I'm very surprised because a lot of the Tron Funko Pops are not worth very much. But needless to say, we are getting Freddy Funko as Tron in 4,000 piece form. This one is pretty cool. He does have blue hair as well as what looks to be a blue crown. And the other variant is actually going to be 1,000 pieces, and it's going to glow in the dark. Now the teal blue that comes on the Freddy Funko as Tron, I think that glow is actually going to be really cool. So I could see this one being up there as another one of the most expensive Freddys from this year's lineup. I think this is going to be somewhere in between $150 to $200. It is only 1,000 pieces at the top of the limited spectrum for this year, like I said. However, I just don't see it being any more than that because there's not a lot of hype for the other Tron Funko Pops. Moving into the next one, we have Freddy Funko as Prince Adam. Prince Adam, of course, being a popular character from Masters of the Universe. We have gotten Masters of the Universe Freddys before. We got Freddy Funko as He-Man from San Diego Comic-Con 2016. That is limited to only 400 pieces and goes for about $800, so not an inexpensive figure by any stretch of the imagination. As far as the mold goes, this looks like the typical Prince Adam mold that we've gotten in the past. There are a lot of Prince Adam Funko Pops, and I know they don't have significant value, so this one's a toss-up. It's 4,000 pieces. I could see this one going from anywhere from $50 to $80, but I don't know. This one's a mystery to me. It just depends on how much hype there is for this character. I haven't heard many people talking about it, so that's why I think it's going to be towards the lower end of the price spectrum for this lineup. The next one we have is a very, very cool one and a very unique Freddy Funko that I think is actually going to have significant value, and that is Freddy Funko as Snake Eyes. Funko, right off the bat, did a fantastic job with this pop. The fact that they took the Snake Eyes look, they carried it over to Freddy, and he still has the mask on his face. They just did such a great job on this one. It is limited to 4,000 pieces. Once again, it's not as limited as some of the other ones we're getting. However, just because the mold is so good, I do think this one is going to go for anywhere from $100 to $120. There have been other Freddy Funkos from the G.I. Joe line. We did get Freddy Funko as Cobra Commander from 2016. That was limited to 400 pieces, and once again carries an $800 to $900 price tag according to PPG. We are getting another one from the G.I. Joe line, and this is going to be Freddy Funko as Destro. Once again, they did a really good job with this Freddy Funko Pop. It does look very similar to the actual Destro character. I love how his face is silver. They really nailed it. And this one, once again, is limited to 4,000 pieces. And I think this will be right around the same range as Snake Eyes. Maybe a little bit less because I think Snake Eyes is a little bit cooler. So probably around $80 to $100 for Destro. Now we're going to talk about some Freddy Funkos that I'm not sure we needed. However, we are getting them anyway. We are getting 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 different Freddy Funkos from the very popular movie Squid Games. Now this one overtook Netflix. I think there's been like millions and millions of hours watched with this movie, and we're actually getting 3 different Freddys. We're getting the masked worker with the circle face, the masked worker with the triangle face, and the masked worker with the square. I'm not sure we needed these, but somebody felt that we had to have these in Freddy Funko form. They're all going to be limited to 4,000 pieces. I don't foresee these being a lot of money just because I think the Squid Game hype has died down significantly. I am willing to bet these are going to go for anywhere from $50 to $60 each. That's just my prediction. I'm not hearing a lot of people excited for these, so I don't think a lot of people are going to be shelling out money on the aftermarket to get these in their collection. The next and final 4,000 piece Freddy Funko Pop that we have to talk about is Freddy Funko as Fresh from Run DMC. This is another one that I think is a little bit on the boring side, and I haven't heard a lot of people excited for this one. 4,000 pieces. I just don't think a lot of people are going to be going after this one. So I think this is going to carry a $40 to $50 price tag on the aftermarket. All right, guys, and that brings us to our last new Freddy Funko that we know of. We could be getting more. We could be seeing pictures of more different variants or completely new Freddys in the next few days as collectors continue to get their boxes in the mail, moving through the rest of the week and into the weekend. And the last Freddy here is one that I really hope I can get my hands on, and it is the 3,000 piece Danny Phantom as Freddy Funko. Man, if you had to give me $100 and say, you know, what Freddy are they going to make this year that's just going to knock it out of the park? I think it's Danny Phantom. I think they did a great job. I never would have guessed this one was going to show up in Freddy Funko form. coming in at 3,000 pieces, so, you know, there's going to be a lot of them out there, but I just love the fact that they actually gave him the green eyes, the white hair. He's going to have what it looks like from the picture we have here, a black or dark blue crown, but I love the fact that he's floating, and it is, of course, based off the mold that we got for 2020 New York Comic-Con. I think this one is going to be pretty popular amongst Nickelodeon fans, Danny Phantom fans, and I could see this one easily being $150 to $175 just because of how unique it is. I can't really think of any other Freddys that are floating or don't have legs. So I think this is going to be pretty unique because of that. So anyway, guys, that is going to do it. If I had to pick 3 Freddys that I'm most excited about, it is Freddy Funko as Darth Maul, Freddy Funko as Spiderman, and Freddy Funko as the Mandalorian, although there are a couple others that I definitely want to pick up as well. So, going to be a very tough year for getting all the Freddy Funkos, so good luck in your hunt. Do not overpay. I have a feeling a lot of these will be coming down significantly in price throughout the upcoming months, especially when we get all the pop releases for Emerald City Comic Con, which is going to be happening in August. And then we have New York Comic Con, as usual, in October. So we still have 2 major cons left for the year. Plus, we have this other FunCon event that's going to be happening at the end of the summer as well. And we're probably going to be getting a few exclusives for that. So it's going to be a crazy year. We could be getting some more Freddys. This is going to be the most Freddys that we're getting in one single drop. If we get any more, they're going to be, you know, 1 or 2 or, you know, a few here and there. Nothing crazy, but guys, let me know if you've received your box of fun in the mail. What did you pull? Of course, as soon as we get our box of fun, we're going to be ripping it open right here on the channel, so you guys get to share in the excitement and see what we pull as soon as we open it. I cannot absolutely wait. I'm going to be stalking the mailman like crazy for the next few days. But guys, let me know down in the comment section below whether you picked up a box of fun or not. What is your favorite Freddy Funko from this year's lineup? This is easily, hands down, the best lineup of Freddy Funkos that we've received since 2016. I think we've gotten a lot of different genres, a lot of different characters to look forward to, and they are not as limited as we've gotten in the past, so I think that's actually a good thing because it's going to allow a lot more collectors to partake in the Freddy excitement, and this will definitely cause a lot more collectors to become collectors of Freddy Funko. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to the channel and have not done so already, please subscribe. It would definitely help us out. We are getting very close to 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and we will of course be having a giant live stream celebration once we hit that number. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, don't stop shooting until you score, and we'll see you all very soon.